Hi there, I'm Brittany and this is Emily and we're two of Festival's Mealtime Mentors, and today we're sharing with you one of my favorite skillet meals that includes a lot of my favorite ingredients.
Yeah, today we're making a really flavorful Mexican chorizo hash.
Yes.
It's super simple, just kind of a one skillet meal. Awesome.
Yes, I love hashes and I especially love chorizo. So what we've done so far is just heated a nonstick skillet.
Yep.
We didn't add oil or anything and we just added half a link of chorizo. So the chorizo we're using today is Mexican chorizo. You can actually find it in our deli cheese island. So this is kind of what it looks like. It usually comes in 2 links or 1 link. You only need about half a link for this recipe. And with Mexican chorizo, you always have to take off the casing. So it's just as simple as slicing it open. Oop, I didn't get it. And then it just crumbles really, really nicely. Or you could just squeeze it out too. So it's just like that, and then it crumbles really nicely. Now, Mexican chorizo always is raw compared to Spanish chorizo, which is cured. It's more like salami. Mexican chorizo is typically made with pork and a lot of different spices. If you were in here, you could tell it smells great.
It does.
That's why I love chorizo.
And it adds a lot of flavor to dishes like this.
Yes, absolutely. So that's why we've cooked it off first, just because it does come raw.
Yeah. So it's cooked now. We're just going to add a little bit more flavor with some diced onion. And we're also going to add some roasted red pepper, which comes straight in the jar, so really no prep work whatsoever. Here it's sizzling. You're going to just give this a good stir and season it with just a little bit of salt and pepper.
And we're just going to cook this down until the onions become translucent. We're going to stir it occasionally during that time.
All right, this is looking great. Now we're just going to add our spinach, and we're actually going to add the entire bag. It looks like a lot of spinach, but one of the really nice things about spinach is it cooks down to almost nothing.
But it adds a lot of nice texture, adds some green veggies in there. So again, whether you're trying to incorporate more veggies into your diet or just use up whatever you have left in the fridge, hashes are a great solution for that. And I like that we're using the whole bag here because, again, you don't really have to measure anything.
Right.
And it really does cook down. Of course, if you don't like spinach, you could use any other veggie that you prefer.
Yep. All right, our spinach is cooked down.
That only took like 2 minutes, so very fast recipe.
All right, so we're actually just going to take this and transfer it to a different bowl. So we're going to start on our hash browns.
Yes, so we're going to add a little bit of olive oil to this pan and then some refrigerated shredded hash browns. You could definitely use cubed hash browns or frozen hash browns or even fresh potatoes that you cut up yourself, whatever you prefer. We also like to use the sweet potato noodles from Crazy Fresh that are in our produce department, so that's kind of a fun spin too. Again, whatever you prefer, whatever you have on hand, that works fine. So these are just going to cook about 8 minutes in the pan. You don't really have to mess with hash browns too much. They do better if you just let them sit until the bottoms get crispy.
I just like to flatten them out a little bit.
Yeah, so they cook nice and evenly. Absolutely.
So we'll just wait for them to cook. All right, our hash browns look perfect. We're just going to stir in our chorizo and spinach mixture.
Yes. So these hash browns, they cooked for 8 minutes total. We flipped them once. But yeah, they're actually the perfect texture. We don't want them too crispy because we want them still to be able to mix pretty well.
Yep. And we're going to cook them a little bit longer when we add the eggs. But I'm just going to give this a little stir to mix everything up. And then I'm going to just create little pockets in here for our eggs.
Yes. So I said earlier how this recipe includes a lot of my favorite ingredients, and maybe I'm just a huge breakfast fan, but some of my favorite ingredients do include hash browns and eggs with runny yolks. I love those runny yolks. It creates a really nice sauce for the whole dish and really brings it all together.
And even if you don't like the runny yolks, because I know some people don't, you can also cook this longer and wait for the entire egg yolk to set.
Right. I also like that you can cook the eggs right in the same pan. You don't have to break out a separate little pan to make your eggs in.
All right, so we're just going to cover this and cook this for about 4 minutes or until the egg whites are set.
Yep.
All right, I think our eggs are done. Yeah, they look perfect.
Oh my gosh, that is like one of my favorite sights in the world.
All right,
That looks
I'm just
beautiful.
gonna dish up a little bit.
Yum. Look how perfectly that just comes out of there.
Oh, yum. And it smells amazing.
Yes, it does.
Well, I'm just gonna give it a little bit.
Yeah.
Try.
Let me know how it is.
That chorizo just adds so much flavor to this.
Yeah, totally.
Yum.
Absolutely. Well, I hope you get a chance to try my favorite skillet meal this week.
And for more resources and recipes from your mealtime mentors, visit festfoods.com.